is Susie Evans with Yoga Voyager. Welcome today. Today's class is geared for grades kindergarten through second grade, and it's a more of a Vinyasa style, and what that means is that it was kind of like a dance. We link and sequence the movements. So it'll give us a little bit of effect for our heart, which will be a good thing. Today, if you need any props, we've got a blanket here. You can use a block, or you can use this book, but be sure that the book is soft. So we're going to begin in something called child's pose today. So we're going to sit here with our knees spread apart. Maybe our toes touch, maybe they don't. Maybe you can't sit on your heels. Maybe you need that blanket, and that'll be good. Maybe as you come down, your head can't come all the way. You could use the book or the block to support you. So I want you to go ahead and get nice and comfortable. I'm not going to use any props. We're going to just come on down, close our eyes. We're going to get into that Ujjayi pranayama. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And these breaths are important for a lot of reasons. So we're going to take some moment here to get into that breath. You don't turn yoga on like a light switch. It's always a process of the breath. So we're going to get into that breath. This is a great place to do this. We're getting into the knees, the ankles, the hips, the low back. All those places are getting stretched. Staying connected with that breath. Slowly come onto the hands and knees. Hands are under the shoulders. The knees are under the hips. We're going to do a few cat-cows just to get that spine warmed up. So we're going to inhale, take the heart between the hands. And as you exhale, slowly dome that back. Just take your time. Inhaling, heart between the hands. Exhaling, doming that back. Inhaling, heart between the hands. Exhaling, doming the back. Coming on back down. We're going to put the hands a little farther ahead. We're going to come into a high plank. So you can either come onto the toes or you can bend the knees and rest the sole of the feet on that. So go ahead and get nice and comfortable. We'll hold our plank, whether we're holding it with our toes or with the knees, just to strengthen the triceps, the chest muscles. And we're going to exhale slowly on down. We're going to uncurl the toes. The hands are going to stay under the shoulders. We're going to come up to a gentle cobra and exhale down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling up to gentle cobra, exhaling down. Inhaling up to gentle cobra, and we'll hold that for a few breaths. Again, have the shoulders spread apart. Come on down and curl the toes. Come on to downward facing dog. But if your heels can't get onto the ground, don't force them. Put a slight bend in the knees and separate the feet a little bit. I want you to feel nice and comfortable. You can press with the hands to get the shoulders engaged. You can widen the fingers. That'll give you a wider stance. The chin can come towards the collarbone, decompressing that spine. We're just going to look forward. We're going to walk on up. Inhaling the hands onto the knees, exhaling down, maybe putting a slight bend in the knees if it's hard on that low back. Maybe putting a little box, holding opposite hand to opposite elbow, resting your head here. Again, your knees can be slightly bent to take the pressure off that low back. Inhaling the hands up, reaching for that length, maybe leaning back a little bit. Exhaling, coming down to heart center. All right, we're going to begin today's flow in Warrior 1. So the front foot's going to be the right foot. We're going to step back with the left foot, but the hips are squared forward. We're going to inhale the hands on up, reaching for that length, and exhale, bending the knee. The knee stays over the ankle, it's not over the toes. The ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked, and the hips are squared forward. So from here, we've got options. If you want to strengthen the lower body, you can press those hips together. You're going to feel that. You can isometrically strengthen the abdominals by pressing the belly in and down. You can create a little space in that shoulder area by lifting the hands up and dropping those shoulders down. We've got muscles in the hands. We can gently spread the fingers. If you want a gentle stretch of the upper back, just allow the elbow and pinky to come together. We haven't lost that connection, breathing deeply in and out through that nose. We're going to to straighten the front leg and turn both hips. We're going to, towards that left wall, we're going to adjust that back left foot. We're going to look over that right shoulder, that right elbow, that right middle finger. Take an inhale. We're going to bend that right knee. The knee is over the ankle, it's not over the toes. So from here we've got options. If you like a wider stance, some people do, the back foot, which is the left foot, that can scissor back a little bit. We do tend to lean a little forward so the back hand, which is the left hand, can come back. And we can soften the neck by taking the shoulders up and gently rolling them down. Again, the front of that middle finger is our focal point here. We're going to continue our flow by straightening the front leg. We're going to hinge with that hip. Take an inhale. Hinge forward, either putting the hand onto the front thigh, not the knee, maybe the upper shin, maybe the lower shin. And you're going to lift that left hand up. This is called triangle pose. Looking down at your right foot is easiest. If you want to challenge yourself, you can look towards that left wall. If you want to really challenge yourself, you can look up towards the lifted left hand. You can reach that left hand up, open that chest. Vision the crown of the head, just moving away from the body. This is strengthening the back of the right leg, and those obliques, which are muscles on the left side of the body. Slowly come on up. We're going to go into reverse warrior, so take an inhale and bend that front knee. The back hand, which is the left hand, is going to come onto that back leg. The front palm is slowly going to come up and come on up. You can reach straight up and down. You can lean back a little bit. It's a nice stretch from the right fingers to that right knee. We're going to go into reverse triangle by straightening that front leg. You can reach straight up and down. You can lean back slightly. Those are all options. This is a great stretch from the right fingers all the way down to the right toes. Go ahead and allow the arms to come back like wings at shoulders height. Again, that right middle finger is our focal point. Take an inhale and re-bend that knee. Go ahead and turn the head towards the left side of the wall and reach the hands up. Give us a little strength. Bring the hands back down and turn them back over. We're going to come back into warrior one by dropping the left hand, bringing both hips forward, just spreading our arms out, taking the heart out, maybe even looking up towards that ceiling. And look down, bring the hands down, straighten the front leg, and scissor that back foot on in. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the left foot's the front foot. We're going to step back with the right foot, but the hips are squared forward. Take an inhale, and exhale, bending the left knee. The left knee is over the ankle, it's not over the toes. So from here, again, we have options. We can press the hips together to strengthen the hips. We can press the belly in and down to strengthen the belly. We can reach the hands up and come down. That feels good on the shoulders and the neck. Again, we've got muscles in the hands. We can gently spread the fingers. Again, you can allow the elbow and pinky to come in midline. This is strengthening our shoulders, our hips. And straighten the front leg. Turn both hips towards the right wall, adjusting that back right foot. And look over that left shoulder, that left elbow, that left middle finger. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, bending the left knee. Warrior two. So from here we have options again. If you enjoy a wider stance, the back foot, which is now the right foot, you can scissor that back just a little bit. We do tend to lean a little forward, so the back hand, which is the right hand, can come back. We can create a little space in that neck by taking the shoulders up and down. Again, we're strengthening our shoulders, that front leg, the top of that leg, that hip, and slowly straighten that front leg. We're going to go into triangle. We want to hinge with that left hip. So take an inhale, hinging forward, either bringing the left hand onto the quadricep, not the knee, either the upper shin or the lower shin, when we're reaching that right hand up. So looking down at the left foot is easiest. Looking towards the right wall will challenge you. Looking up towards the lifted right hand will challenge you as well. You can lift that right hand up, kind of open that chest out a little bit. Again, we're strengthening the back of that left leg, and those obliques, which are on the sides of the body. Slowly come back up as we continue our little flow, going into reverse warrior. Take an inhale and bend the left knee. Drop the right hand onto the right hamstring. Take the left hand and slowly come up. Again, you can reach straight up and down. You can lean back, but As you lean back, be sure you don't press into the back of that knee. Stay connected with those breaths. We're going to continue our flow by going into reverse triangle, leaving the hands where they're at. Slowly straighten that left leg. Again, you can reach straight and up and down. You can lean back a little bit. I want this to feel really good, and only you can personalize this. Go ahead and have the arms come out like wings at shoulders height. Take an inhale and re-bend that left leg, going back into warrior two. But we're going to do something different like we did last time. We're going to turn our head towards the right wall and just lift those hands up, reaching as high as we can. Feeling those back muscles engage. Go ahead and turn the head and bring the hands on back. And we're going to continue our flow by dropping the right hand down, taking both hips forward, back into warrior one. This time we're going to take the chest out. The arms are out like wings. Maybe look up towards the ceiling, get a stretch to the front of that throat, works with our balance. Come on back with the chin. Relax the arms, straighten the leg, and scissor the back foot on in. We're going to go into chair pose. So inhale the hands up, and exhale, bend the knees. The knees are over the ankles, or not over the toes. The weight of the body is in the heels. So from here we have options. Again, you can press those hips towards each other to strengthen them. You can strengthen those abdominals by pressing the belly in and down. You can strengthen the shoulders and the back muscles by reaching those hands forward. Those are all options. Inhaling the hands up, reaching for that length as we go into half moon. Drop the left hand, rest it against that left leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, go toward the left. Again, you're personalizing the stretch to the right side of the body. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Again, we're getting these oblique muscles right here strengthened. Come back to the center, raise the left hand up, float the right hand down, take an inhale with the left hand, and exhale, slowly move towards the right. Now stretching the left side of the body. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Come back to the center, raise that right hand up, palms together, interlace the fingers and press up. This is stretching the fingers, the palms of the hands, the wrists, and the shoulders. And exhale all the way down, nice and slow. We're going to work with a little balance. So the left leg is going to be the standing leg. We're going to press that into the mat. Our belly, we're going to press that in. We're going to find that focal point about 3 feet away. Whenever you're ready, just lift up and hold the right knee. Now you don't have to have it as high as mine. You can have it lower. You can have it even higher. Whatever feels comfortable to you. So that left foot, that standing leg is what we're working on here. The spine is straight, so the ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked. And it's okay if you fall, it's all right. Go ahead and put your hands onto the hips and just straighten that front leg and flex back. You can even hold on to a wall if you need to. And release that right foot. Now that right foot's going to be the standing foot, so we're going to put the weight of the body into that. Again, our abdominals are locked. We've got that focal point on the floor. So whenever you're ready, lift up that left knee. And the right and left sides are going to be different. So again, you can come to where I'm at, you can be lower, you can be even higher than what I am. Again, you might sway side to side, that's okay. When you look out at the trees, they do the same thing. Go ahead and bring your hands onto the hips and slowly extend the left leg out and gently flexing the toes. Again, we're mindful that the ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked. We're not leaning back for this. And release. Good job, everybody. Now, as we go from standing to seated, stay connected to your breath and please take your time. So we're going to sit down on our mats. We're going to do an abdominal pose called the boat pose. So the soles of the feet are on the mat with the knees facing up. The hands are under the shoulders. We're going to prop the chest up. You can feel the spine decompress when we do that. Then we're going to bring the hands onto the hamstrings. As we lean back, we keep that chest propped up. You can either lift up the left feet or both feet, whichever feels comfortable for you. And you can reach those hands forward. Press that belly in. Stay connected to that breath. Go ahead and bring the foot or feet down. Give yourself a hug. Drop the chin on down. Close your eyes. Take a few more breaths. Go ahead and open the eyes slowly. Relax the hands under the shoulders, and prop that chest on up again. We're going to do one more. So put the hands onto the hamstrings, lean back slightly, either lift up the right foot or you can lift up both feet. And then take those arms forward. Just reach hard with those arms. Come back down, give yourself a hug, drop the chin on down. We're still connected to those deep breaths, because without those deep breaths, we're not doing yoga. And come on back. We're going to get onto our hands and knees and strengthen our backs. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. What we're going to do is we're going to extend the left leg or on the left toes. We're going to lift that left foot up. Now this might be enough for you. You can spiral those toes down. Now if you want to do a little bit more, we can go into something called sunburn. You're looking down at the mat for the neck. You're going to take the opposite hand, which is the right hand. You're going to reach it out. That right palm is facing towards that left wall. You're pressing with that foot. We're reaching with the hand and foot. Slowly bring the hand back, then bring that left knee back. Again, we can take a cat-cow in between, so take an inhale and exhale out. Come back to the center with the neutral spine. Again, we're looking down at the mat. We're going to take and extend the right leg, having the toes onto the mat, and take your time lifting the toes up. The toes spiral down. Again, for that neck, we're looking down at the mat. If you feel that it's not safe to lift that left hand, then don't do that. Just stay where you're at. This is for those of you that do want to do that. Take the left hand out. Reaching that left hand, pulling with that right foot. Again, the chin is down. We're pushing hard with that right hand. Go ahead and bring the left hand back, followed by the right knee. We're going to stretch that back out a little bit by bringing the hands forward into something called downward puppy. And we're going to keep the knees underneath the hips and drop the chin towards the collarbone. Again, this is great for that back. It's a great stretch. Slowly come back, walk the hands back. You can cross the ankles and sit back gently to a comfortable seated position. When you get there, go ahead and extend the left leg. Have the right sole of the right foot next to the left leg and just kind of open that out. Go ahead and flex those left toes. Take the hands on up, reach, lock your belly as you slowly come down. Now you don't have to hold the toes. You can hold the toes. You can hold the one toe. You can have the hands on the shin. Drop the chin towards the collarbone and just breathe. So we're stretching the back of that left leg. We're getting the right inner leg and pelvis. And slowly come up. I like to walk my hands out. So walk the hands. It's easier on that low back. Go ahead and extend the right leg. Come onto the sole of that left foot. And allow that left knee to open out. Again, flex those right toes. Take an inhale as you reach up. Press the belly in and exhale. Again, you don't have to touch the feet. You can if you can. Or you can touch the toe. Or you can bring the hands onto the leg and drop the chin towards the collarbone. Now I have a very long torso, so it's easy for me to touch the toes. Somebody with a shorter torso may not be able to do that, so don't force that. Just enjoy the stretch. Again, we got the back of that right leg, the inside of that left leg and pelvis, and that low back. To come out of it, just walk the hands on up. Go ahead and extend the leg on out. We're going to go ahead and do both legs. So we're going to inhale the hands up. Press that belly in and exhale. Again, as you come down, they can be on the shins. You don't have to hold on to the toes. If you want to hold on to the toes, you can. I'm going to put my hands down here. I'm going to drop my chin towards the collarbone. Flexing my toes. Stretching the back of both legs and that low back. And then come out of it, just walk those hands up. Now as we go from a seated to a lying position, stay connected with that breath and please take your time. So slowly come into a lying position on our backs. We're going to go ahead and just hug the right knee into the chest as we're hugging that knee in. The spine is straight on the mat. The tailbone's arching up. That's a sign that you need to come out of that stretch. Go ahead and release the right leg. Go ahead and hug the left knee in. The right and left sides are different, maybe even closing the eyes. This is for the quadricep and the hip of that left leg. Now hug the right knee in with the left knee. Hugging both knees in. This is for the low back. Now some people like to rock side to side and some people don't. So if you don't like that, just stay right here where you're at. But if you want to rock side to side, you can just go to the right, to the left a little bit. Now to massage that tailbone. Again, not everybody likes that. Even closing the eyes. And if the eyes are closed, go ahead and open the eyes. Go ahead and extend the left leg out, followed by the right leg. Take both corners up and overhead and join a full body stretch. And maybe raising both corners of the mouth up and smile. Did a great job today. So go ahead and have the hands come down to either side of the body. Close the eyes. I'm going to sit up, but I want you to remain lying. So the eyes are closed and we're not breathing very deeply right now. We're coming back to the natural rhythm of our breath. All right, so we're gonna get ready for happy thought time. I have a great story to share. I had a little boy come up to me, he was about 4 years old. And I told him, when you're sad or you're scared or you're mad, think about things that make you happy. He said what made him happy was his mom let him shoot the Nerf gun off in the house. That made her happy. I had a little girl that said one day when she woke up in the morning, the birds were singing outside her window. And she thought the birds were singing to her, and that made her happy. So whenever you're sad, you're scared, or you're mad, stop what you're doing, sit down, smile, and think about things that have made you happy. Again, your eyes are closed. Thinking about from the moment you got up that morning, maybe you got to play with your dog and cat, maybe mom or dad fixed you your favorite breakfast, maybe you got to talk to your friend on the phone. Those are all nice things to think about. So we'll take a moment and do that. Everybody's laying down, the eyes are closed. Then we're going to go into something called Shavasana, which is resting pose, because actually here great healing takes place. We're going to take a moment here, and I want you to think about your right shoulder, your right elbow, and your right hand. Just relax and release that. Think about your left shoulder, your left elbow, your left hand. Just relax and release that. Coming down to your right hip, your right knee, and your right ankle. Just relax and release that. The left hip, the left knee, the left ankle. Just relax and release. The low back, the mid back, the upper back. Just relax and release. Just be nice and still. Eyes are closed. Just take a moment. I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy this next minute. eyes closed, gently wiggle the fingers, gently wiggle the toes. Relax the fingers and relax the toes. Very softly begin to open your eyes. Go ahead and come on up into a comfortable seated position like me. Bringing the hands in position. I want to thank you for coming out and spending part of your day with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you feel relaxed. You enjoyed the dance. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.